Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the fifth place AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys today, taking on Sheffield United, a different team from Sheffield. The other team from Sheffield has an owl as their mascot. These guys, swords. They're not messing around. In a stunning turn of events, it's raining in England, but despite the poor weather, we are going to attempt to continue our winning streak currently at one game. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to write a book, or specifically a novel, more specifically a young adult novel. That's the only thing I've ever written. But as you can see right now, Dicko and Dini on the bench. Difficult. We kind of have a striker crisis right now because we have four amazing strikers. Obviously, we've got the buddy comedy of Dicko and Dini, and they've had an absolute breakout year for the Wimbly Womblys. No other way to say it. It's been just stunning success. But we also have John Green and John Green, two of the best players in the championship, and obviously two Wimbly Wombly legends. So it's been a fascinating turn of events. We went from having really only John Green and John Green in the strike force and having to substitute the likes of Green Eggs and Sheringham, who just frankly, and these boots were made for strutting, people who just frankly are not championship skill level. And we went from that to suddenly having a surplus of talent. But yes, but on to writing books. So there are a lot of ways to write books, and anybody who tells you that their way is the way or that there is a best way, I think is being a little dishonest. I think that you figure out your way, and then it becomes yours, and then you don't want to mess it up. So there's a lot of inefficiencies in my way of writing a book. Is there a person there? You can come in. Oh, hey, Aaron. That was a little weird for a second. I thought it was a troll because Aaron was bending over and he had a backpack on, and I just thought I thought maybe it was some kind of. There is a bridge nearby. You're not interrupting. How you doing? Oh, I'm about to be doing better. John Green couldn't score there. It's frustrating. How was healthcare triage today? Good. I'm glad. Aaron Carroll's also written a book, so he could. I'll clear it off the line because life is full of disappointment and injustice. I was talking to my neurologist today about you. Yeah, Dr. Bott. Do you know him? You do know him? What do you think of him? I was very impressed with him, neurology-wise, but I also felt like we could be friends. Oh, this has to be, but it isn't, inexplicably. Ball John Green fails to finish. The fury. I will talk about writing a book at some point, I promise, but right now I'm focused on other things. Neurology. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this on the Wimbly Womblys, but I had meningitis. Not recommended. But I'm feeling much better. I told Dr. Bott I was at like 90%. And he thought that was within the range of normal, a little bit behind, but that he wasn't concerned. I am special. I tend to get illnesses, thankfully, that are not chronic, but that are very weird. And make people. In fact, when I told Dr. Bott today that I'd had orbital cellulitis in 2007, he said, "From an injury?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, then from what?" And I was like, "They don't really know." And he was like, "That's very unusual." And I was like, "I know." And he was like, "That's much weirder than getting viral meningitis." Yeah. Right. Well, I don't have that much bad luck because I've had some good luck as well. Although, just there, golly gee, Sheffield United hit the post using their two swords to terrify me, but everything works out better than expected. To be fair, Ball John Green had a goal taken away from him by a ridiculous save. So I think that it's now tied 1-1 in my mind. If this game were fair, it would be 1-1. Okay, there we go to Yabamba. Yabamba to Ball John Green. Way too long. That was not good. How about that? Yes. Oh! Less more with a rocket from outside the box. Sometimes less is more. He scores with his left. He scores with his right. That less more makes some more look shite. Oh, it was beautiful. Remember when we had a guy on our team named Some and then he left? He insisted on being transferred because he didn't think that the Wimbly Womblys were headed for the big time. Well, back then we were in League Two, and now we're scoring goals against Sheffield United in the championship. We're 2-1 up in my mind, 1-0 up in the actual game. Everything, oh God, oh panic. Everything worked out better than expected. Great block. Aaron, what else is new? You doing any? What did you talk about in healthcare triage today, so I can spoil it? News. What's new? What's new in the world of healthcare economics? Cursing. Cursing. Wow. Cursing increases your pain tolerance and reduces the effects of pain. That doesn't surprise me, I have to say. I've only cursed once on the Wimbly Womblys, but it was when I was in terrible, terrible pain. I was in some meningitis pain, but also a lot of emotional pain because the Wimbly Womblys were losing. And I did feel a little better afterwards. That's good to know, though. I mean, I did when I was I don't know if I've mentioned this to the Wimbly Wombly supporters, but I was recently hospitalized for meningitis. When I was in the hospital for meningitis, I cursed a lot when I was in the ER, and I kept saying to the I was really sick, not to brag, but I was quite ill. Like I had like a high fever, and I was diminished consciousness or whatever. But I kept saying to the nurse, first off, I didn't let Sarah come to the hospital because I didn't think I was seriously ill. And they were like, do you have a ride? And I was like, not really. And then the doctor was like, it doesn't matter because he's not getting out of here. But there was a point where I kept saying to the nurse, I apologize, I'm usually much more charming than this, which is true. I really was not at my most charming. But at least I was conscious of it, you know, as I was like screaming the F word and telling her when she was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it hurt? And I would be like, it hurts an F ton. I was like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, it's definitely the most pain I've ever had. But I would say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's an F ton. But I didn't say F because I was cursing, because apparently that helped me to deal with my pain. Maybe I won't talk about how to write a novel today. Maybe I'll just talk about maybe we'll just talk about swearing. It's good to know that swearing is good for you. I wonder if it has any other benefits. Yeah. So if you need to get someone to listen to what you're saying, cursing is actually effective. Oh! Oh, God, how did I not steal the ball from the keeper there? You know, when I did recently have a situation, so I'd like to say that I'm the kind of person who doesn't lose their temper in a business environment a lot. And I don't, Meredith, do I lose my temper in the office very often? No. Have I ever screamed at you or anything like that, or been inappropriate in terms of my anger management? She's saying no, but of course, I mean, she's literally getting paid to say that. But I haven't. I'm not someone who yells at my employees or anything like that. Like, it's just not. It's not who I am, and I'm not a screamer in general. But when the book, I wrote this book, The Fault in Our Stars, and there was a moment when the book leaked to Barnes and Noble pre-orderers, and all of this time and money had been spent making sure that everybody would get to read the book at the same time, and I was very angry, and not in like a sweet, funny way. And I got on the phone with the heads of all of the children's book department at Penguin, and I was cursing so much, and I think it terrified them because they'd never seen me be anything other than like, oh, I really appreciate this thing, and I was like, this is totally effing unacceptable, and do you not think that there are other effing publishing houses where I could effing work? And I felt so bad. I called them like 2 days later, and I was like, I'm really sorry. This wasn't your fault. They were like, we know it wasn't our fault. But anyway, yes, the friendship survived. But I did feel that I was listened to. I definitely felt that it worked. It was effective. But the thing is, you can't overuse it. It's like anything. With cursing, you've got to be very judicious. And then I also think you don't have to necessarily use words that are considered bad. Like, I've got this new cursing strategy where I say a way of preparing food and a disease I dislike, like steamed Ebola. And that works. Oh, steamed Ebola! Ya, 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 bamba. Ya, 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 bamba. Just go to go, just go to go, just go to go. Ya, ya, bamba. Ya, ya, bamba. Meredith, should I do it again? Should I go, ya, 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 bamba? No, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there because I saw the look on your face. You'd had enough. Oh, my God. Ya, bamba puts us 2-0 up. The team is, we're playing more like a team. I'm a little bit better than I used to be, but we play much more like a team now than we used to. It's the players. We've coalesced a little. We also have better players on the pitch, but I think a lot of it is just that we play with more courage, and we play with more heart, and we play together. We're playing as a team. For the first time, I feel like all the Wimbly Womblys love each other. Like they love their club, and they play for each other, and they play for their manager. And it's interesting to note that when the John Greens are on the pitch, people other than the John Greens score more often, whereas when it's Dini and Dicko up front, it's almost always Dini and Dicko with the goals. The John Greens still a little bit better integrated into the team, so more supportive of the midfielders. But Dini and Dicko, I mean, just an amazing strike partnership. One for the ages, you know. The D&D, you know, it was a great role-playing game, still is a great role-playing game, but it's also a wonderful, wonderful way. God, my God, Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud is slow. I mean, Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud might be the slowest 19-year-old in the history of the world. Certainly the slowest to, like, who's in fit and plays professional football. Like, watch. Let me see if I can find him here. Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud, are you available? You're the blonde in the middle there. Can I get you? Yeah, there. Nope. I'm probably going to give up a goal doing this to try to show you guys how slow he is. Oh! I didn't, but I almost did. However, this gives me a chance to pass to Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud to show you. Watch. Oh, no! Not that! Clearly not that! Good Lord! Just trying to show you how slow Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud is. Oh, man. All right. I think this is going to work. Yes. Now pass to Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud. No! God! How hard can it be to get the ball to a center back from a goal kick? Anyway, watch him run. Oh, he doesn't have the ball now. Watch! I mean, could he be slower? No, he couldn't. By the way, Sheffield United, not a great football club right in this game, given that all I have let them do in the last 5 minutes is score. And it's, oh, Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud, for the love of God. For the love of God, dribble the ball out. God! Oh, my goodness. Everything worked out. Yeah, so cursing, we're in favor of it. Next episode will be about writing a novel, I promise. Oh! That was a great idea, though, from Dicko. Dicko is just full of fantastic concepts. I love him. As I've said, it's D and D, and I love them both. I love the D and I love the D. They're just both great players. So today we had a little bit of John Green, a little bit of John Green, a little bit of Dicko. It's just all around a good, solid win. We had a Yabamba goal. Les Moore got on the scoreboard, which almost never happens. I feel you got to feel great for him, by the way. Like, there's a guy who's been with the Wimbly Womblys since they were literally in League Two. And then, I mean, Sheffield United with a million opportunities just could not finish. Seb Brown with another beautiful clean sheet. Girls Just Want to Have Fundingsrud. Nothing recommendable about his game today, but he's a good man, and he's got a nice Romanesque nose, which is always good. Oh, and our opponents are squatting in shame. I love it. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.